to this week's Forex Focus, a show where we look ahead at the opportunities that could be setting up for the FX markets. Now, in this week's show, we have quite a few opportunities, but they're pretty much all on the pound. So, a couple of weeks ago after Brexit, I know we sat there and we were talking about the fact that we weren't going short the pound because we thought that it was a little bit overdone. At the time, we thought there was going to be some sort of a pullback. Well, that pullback looks like it's sort of coming to its end now. So it has been pulling back over the past couple of weeks. But there was some negative data out of the UK last week and some absolutely beautiful technical patterns there to be traded. So without further ado, let's jump over to the charts and take a look at the opportunities that we could be taking next week in the FX markets. So we'll start off by taking a look at the pound dollar. Now the pound dollar, as you can see, and we'll look at it on the 4-hour chart. As you can see here, post-Brexit, during Brexit, it literally fell off a cliff. So it went from 1.50 up at the top here, all the way down to around 1.30, and a little bit lower than that in the days following it. Now, what we said after the event was ultimately we didn't really want to sell the pound just then. Because we felt that it was seriously overdone. There'll be opportunities in other pairs. And we wanted to wait for a little bit of a pullback and some normality in the markets before we will look to get short again. Well, this week we've had that pullback in the majority of the pairs. And we've also had a little bit of negative news coming out of the UK, all adding to a bit of a negative sentiment towards the pound. And as you can see here, we've got a bit of a reversal pattern. The market's pulled back to a previous level of resistance, and it's not just this level here. If we went back on the charts, back on the dailies and the weeklies, you'd see that way back in the past this was also an area of previous support, became resistance, and all of that kind of good stuff. So we like trading from levels that we're expecting price action at, we're expecting some sort of a reaction to. And that's exactly what we've got here. And actually, we're already in this position right here. We got into it the week before last. It went against us for a little bit. And I've actually just added again this week as the market broke through this structure here. It then went against me again. I'm not going to add again just yet, but I've got two positions in right now, short the pound. Stops above here, around this sort of level here. And we'll see what happens. I mean, it could stop us out, but really this looks like a very, very bearish chart. So it's one that I'll be looking to take short going into next week. The next chart is the pound Aussie. Now, this is a really, really good looking chart. This pound Aussie chart here is, as you can see, it's really absolutely fallen off a cliff there. We've got a lovely pullback here. So you've got a nice trend line. The market's pulled back to the 100 moving average. We've got the trend line in there, and we'll be looking to take a break of this trend line. And probably what we'll be looking to do is take this on the 1-hour chart. So if we wait for the trend line to break, which it has here, wait for the market to pull back a bit, and then we'll be looking to get in below this level here at around the 1.7491 level. To take that short with stops above the highs there. So that's looking a really, really good opportunity next week that we'll want to get involved in as well. We've then got a few other pound opportunities. Now, we wouldn't recommend that you take every single one of them, okay, because we've got another 3 to show you, but this just to really highlight the fact that the pound is weak across the board. It looks like it's looking to roll over across the board there. This one here in the pound franc, as you can see, is very similar to the pound dollar. So we've got the market literally selling off a cliff there. It pulls back somewhat to the 100 moving average. It's kind of consolidated around that moving average, and now it's looking to go short through this level here. So if it goes short through that level, that will be another opportunity to take that to the downside. The pound yen, this will take a bigger account if well, depending on the risk size obviously, but I know in a lot of spread betting accounts the minimums that you can take are a little bit more than micro accounts in a regular broker account. And I know that a lot of you guys in the UK are trading spread betting accounts. So, and the reason I say this may take a slightly larger account is that the swings on this are going to be a lot more significant. Okay, so your stops aren't going to be sort of just 100-200 pips. On this one here, you're looking at getting in at around 137 with your stop out above at around 143, 144 level. So you're looking at 700-800 pip stop. But if you are looking to take this particular trade here, this also looks a good one. This is one that we'll be looking to get involved in for sure, because we just like the swings in this pair. And as you can see, literally post-Brexit, massive drop-off, or during it, massive drop-off there. We've had a big pullback. The market is now consolidating around this area here. We'll be looking to take this short beneath this level, stop above the highs there. The final one for the pound is the pound New Zealand, which is very similar to that of the pound Aussie. If I'm completely honest, I prefer the pound Aussie charts. It's just a much cleaner trend line, a much cleaner price action. But we'll wait to see which one of these goes first. Again, a break beneath the trend line, a break beneath the lows here would signal a great opportunity to the downside. Stop above the highs there. And then you'd be looking initially for the market to come back down towards these lows. And to be honest, if the market does get down towards those lows, I'll be completely expecting with all of the pairs for the market to break through and start to print new lows. So all in all, some really good opportunities in the pound there for the week ahead. But obviously, you want to make sure that you're managing your risk correctly. So you're not going to get involved in all of them. Because if you do, ultimately you're taking the very same position. You know, if it goes short in one, it's going to go short in all of them, and then also if it goes against you in one, it's also going to go against you with all of them as well. So it's just something you need to pay attention to there. The last opportunity we're going to look at today is one in oil, and if I just kind of zoom out a little bit here, you'll be able to see this much better. In fact, let's go out to the daily charts. So on the daily chart, as you can see here, oil, obviously we know that it was in a massive downtrend for a long time, for sort of 18 months, 2 years. It was in a big downtrend. We had we had one major pullback here, a little pullback over here, then the market looks like it's been rallying. But if you take a look at this price action on the left here, it's very similar to what we can see on the right here. So we've had quite a sustained pullback. Obviously the markets believe that this is going to go much higher, but what we're sort of observing now is the market is starting to roll over somewhat, and from that perspective we'll be looking for an opportunity to put on some oil short positions, and probably we'll be looking to do that on the 4-hour chart. So if we can see that the market holds below this level here, holds beneath this trend line, maybe gives us a little bit more consolidation, we'll be looking to take oil short, obviously looking for it to go back to the daily chart here for a second. Looking for it to come back towards these lows here around the $25 sort of area, and you're going from 45, so you with your stop above at around 52, so you've got a very nice risk reward trade on the table there if obviously you decide to take it. Okay, so that wraps up this week's Forex Focus. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all found a lot of value in there. As always, please remember that this is not investment advice in any way whatsoever. We're not telling you to go ahead and go and take those trades in your own accounts. We're simply showing you what we're doing in our account, showing you the positions that we're looking to take, all in a bid to kind of educate you and help get your trading, take your trading on to the next level. Now, in a quick trading lesson for today, we did look at pretty much all of the positions, apart from the oil one, were positions in the pound. Now, what you need to think about when you're looking at many positions in a correlated or in the same sort of instrument or correlated pairs as we looked at here is ultimately you don't want to be in all of them at the same time with the same position size, okay? Because if you do that, you're ultimately just taking the same position. You're just increasing your risk a hell of a lot, because what tends to happen is that if one goes in a big way, then they're all going to go in a big way. If one goes against you, then they're all going to go against you. So it is something that you do need to take into account, okay? You want to make sure that ultimately, you know, if you're going to take all of those positions, you take just you take a smaller position size. So maybe you halve your position size, or you quarter your position size, or you just opt to take it on a couple of the currencies rather than all of them. Okay. So anyway, that wraps up this week's Forex Focus. Again, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the weather in the UK. It's apparently 32, 33 degrees every day. So the summer has finally arrived in England. If you've got any comments, if you've got any questions, please feel free to post them in the video below. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And I look forward to speaking to you in next week's Forex Focus. Okay? So take care now, good trading, and have a great day and great week in the markets.